All right, so today we're looking at area of composite figures. Composite figure is an irregular shape that can be sectioned to create simple shapes. Let's take a look at our simple shapes that we're going to use, which is rectangles, triangles, trapezoids, and a circle or a semicircle. So naming these shapes is very important, and knowing the names of them, but then also being able to know what their formulas are. So for rectangles and parallelograms, we have a base times a height. For triangles, we have base times height divided by 2. For trapezoids, we have two bases that you add together. The reason why you have two bases is because the parallel lines are different lengths, so you add these two together. Then you have a height of the trapezoid that you multiply, and then you divide all of that by 2. For circles, we have area equals pi r squared. And for a semicircle, you take the area formula for a circle and divide it by 2, because the circle is cut in half. All right, so solving for an area of composite figure. We want to name the shapes, then write down the formulas, and then plug in the numbers for it. So in this example, we have a rectangle and a semicircle. The formulas for a rectangle and a semicircle are base times height for the rectangle and pi r squared divided by 2 for the semicircle. After that, we want to plug in the numbers for each shape. So looking at the rectangle, we have our base is 6 and our height is 4. So 6 times 4 gives us the 16. Okay, then for our semicircle, we have pi r squared. So r means radius. On circles, we have a diameter that goes all the way across the circle, but the radius is only halfway, or from the center to the edge. So knowing the rectangle's height here is 4, that's the same over here, and half of that, which would be from the center to the edge, would be 2. So therefore we have 2 for our radius. In order to solve for this, we have to do our exponent first. So 2 squared means that we are multiplying 2 times 2, which is 4. Then we multiply 4, or actually I would divide 4 divided by 2 to give us back to 2, and 2 times 3.14 gives us 6.28. Now, to have the actual area of the whole entire figure, both shapes together, you simply add. So the area of the composite figure would mean I'm adding 16 plus the 6.28, and this gives me an area of 22.28 for this composite figure, all of this, everything that's colored in. Another example looks like we have a rectangle and a trapezoid. So we name the shapes and we write down each formula. So for the rectangle, we have base times height again. And for the trapezoid, we have a base 1 plus a base 2 times height, and all of that divided by 2. So let's plug in our numbers. For our rectangle, we have a base of 10 here and a height of 3, or a base of 3 and a height of 10, whichever way you look at it. And 10 times 3 is 30. For the trapezoid, it gets a little more trickier. We know that this side length of the trapezoid is 9, but we don't know what this side length is. To figure this side length out, we have to take the side length of the rectangle, 10, and this small piece, and subtract to give us this side length, which would be 8. So then we have to add 9 plus 8, and then we multiply it by the height here of 5. When you do all that and divide by 2, you get an answer of 42.5. And so to get the area of the whole figure, both trapezoid and rectangle, you simply add those two together. So 30 plus 42.5 equals 72.5 for the area of this composite figure. And I thank you for watching this video. It was a quick explanation of area of composite figures. You can always go back and pause the video if needed to look at the examples. There are other great resources out on the web. Just Google the title to view more videos.